It's Week 6 of the NFL.
And we'll be watching the Falcons, reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes.
It's the Falcons and the Vikings.
Next on Madden NFL 25.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And leading them out is their fifth-year quarterback.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, so we'll see if he can keep a string of good games going right here.
Throwing Jones. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Drake London, his intended target, and it's second down. And look at this defense for the Vikings. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
Yeah, this has been a good defense, but they're going to have to really prove it in this one because guess what? They're facing the #1 passing offense in the NFL. It's definitely a prove-it day for them.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And this is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a first down on this opening drive.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. North of 100 yards, the 2 scores. And, you got to give a lot of credit to the O-line. We talked a lot about him, but offensive line was good, too.
They're obviously in sync with each other, whether it's zone blocking, power running game, no matter what. He understands how to read them and find the creases that they provide.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. This defense for the Vikings, they had certainly had their struggles to start the season, but they put it all together in getting that first victory a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Falcons offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL's leader in touchdown passes. Now Jones. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. That's taken in by Franklin. And he gets it to the 30 when it's all said and done. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. That's the #2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be #2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be #1.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man complete. It's Herrera. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. They'll look to throw now on first down. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. The Falcons with a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. They've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Franklin. He'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So pass interference, the call is so tough as a defender, I'd imagine, to time that up perfectly.
It certainly is difficult to get it exactly right because sometimes you're looking at getting there fractions of seconds too early. That one looked a little more obvious. Always a tough penalty to officiate. Just ask the basketball refs, and they have to officiate block and charge.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Robinson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it. And he gets it done.
The Falcons offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's an early front runner for MVP in the NFL here in the first half of the season. As you can see, he's a league leader in passing yards at this stage of the game. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
That one deep for London. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Off the bootleg, Jones. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This pass is caught by London, and they move this all the way down to the 9. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Bijan Robinson with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons have broken our tie.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Here he is is the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Partner, this is almost an unwinnable spot for a defense. They have to come right out for a first and goal trying to stop them. But let me hold on a second. Let me take that back real quick. They can win here if they force a field goal.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
Last time they had the football, he ran it in. That was his 7th rushing touchdown of the season as they begin with a first down here.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Jones now throwing to start the drive.
He'll get that complete to Franklin.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And he's had a lot of success throwing the ball here early. You see by the numbers, he's already up over 200 yards passing.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off play action. Jones.
That one deep for London.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down, looks like right at the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Off the play fake, Jones.
And he is caught. He's going to have the first down and then some.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Falcons have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He's thrown for 2 touchdowns and run for another already in this first half as his guys begin 1st and 10.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson.
And this will be a Falcons first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
It's a gain of 11, and the Falcons pick up the first. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. More from you and Charles in a bit. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in the late window. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte, where you see the final score there. Jalen Warren, a touchdown run in the victory. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. 2 touchdowns there for Saquon Barkley. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou. Check in on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And they were winners in that game over the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Dameon Pierce, a touchdown run in the victory. It was the former Longhorn Bijan Robinson who was tough to stop in that first half. He found the end zone twice, once on the ground and once in the passing game, as he proved he's anything but a one-dimensional running back. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here.
The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks.
Jones, off play action. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out.
Now Jones, off the play fake.
That one deep for London.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
After what they've faced during this game, where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, it has been measured revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
Third down and 6.
Off play action. Jones escaping the pressure right. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And the receivers I know, they have a great deal of confidence. Usually they stand in front of the mirror before games and say, not 1 touchdown, not 2 touchdowns, but 3 touchdowns. Trying to turn this one into a big-time performance.
This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here.
Here's Jones, throwing to start the drive.
That's brought in downfield by London. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That goes for a gain of 31.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones.
That's going to be caught by Pitts.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 36 yards on the play.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like 2 excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Robinson. will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. Over the middle, complete. That's Franklin. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game. Jones now off the bootleg. Got a man. It's London. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is...
That ball is caught. It's London for the Atlanta touchdown. 8 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll work down and inside the 45.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And caught by London. Touchdown, Falcons! Drake London with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the Falcons up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out with this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Off the play fake. Jones. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Into the hands of London.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
Drake London
finishing strong with 3 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Falcons are able to stretch out their lead. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's caught inside the 35.
And that last throw not going to count for much in the grand scheme of things, but it does move him over 3,000 yards passing for the season.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Looking to throw. Jones.
That one deep for London. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
He's going to take another shot here. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And we talk so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams, right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Falcons, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they will head back home next week.
Hey, man, there's an old saying, defense wins championships. Well, this defense finna get everybody fired but the quarterback. The quarterback's playing absolutely out of his mind. But no matter what he does, this defense finds a way to make it a tough game.
He's driving up and down the field, and the other team is too. That shootout sounds good when you're at home watching it on TV, but you're on the team, you're going to lose 90 to 80, and you're going to be on that 80 side.
Hey, as a former offensive player, we didn't mind going out there to try to score points. But, boy, we get so upset when y'all can't stop nobody. Stop somebody.
It's week 7 of the National Football League, and we'll be watching the Falcons, reigning league MVP. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Falcons and the Raiders, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Welcome in. The Falcons set to take over here on offense. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
And as we see the quarterback take the field, Mike, I mean, think back to the game that he's coming off of. Not only did he lead his team to a win, but he broke Norm Van Brocklin's single-game passing record in the process. Mike, that's a record that stood from 1951 all the way up until last week. I'm not sure we're going to see him replicate that type of success in this one, but if he's somehow able to do so, it will easily be the best two-game stretch by an NFL quarterback in league history.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Let's go!
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9.
Sack!
Shotgun now for Jones. Throw on the run is
list of great throws we've seen out of this quarterback here in the first half. We thought he might be in line to have a good game, especially against this style of defense. But let's be honest, Mike, he's been more than just good. He's been sensational.
Ready. Jones now on first down. That's caught right side. It's London. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Go! Ready? From the gun, it's Jones. That is caught to the goal line and in. Great London. Touchdown Falcons. Touchdown number 9 for the year. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems, Mike, the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive.
Falcons offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start first and 10. Working from the gun, it's Jones. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to cut out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. They've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot.
Here's third down and a few inches.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And he's going to have a Falcons first down. They are able to move the sticks. It's a gain of 4 on third and inches.
I think everybody in the stadium saw that run coming, Mike, but good luck stopping it. I mean, all he really had to do was just fall forward, and it would be enough to pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Jones. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Come on. Jones. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
That's complete. Taken in by Franklin. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Falcons with the early lead. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it first and 10.
Here we go.
Again, it's Jones. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on first down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in second and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances?
And he will score! Brian Franklin! Touchdown, Atlanta.
We're seeing this so much all across across the NFL, Mike, is the value placed on a receiver being able to turn into a runner after they're able to secure the catch. And sometimes it's easier said than done. But if you want to survive in this league as a wide receiver, you have to be able to make plays like this after the catch. And great job there by the quarterback being accurate, and great job by the receiver running after he makes the catch.
Offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he is in the midst of an MVP-type season. NFL leader in passing yardage, and he's up over 3,000 now for the season.
Let's go.
On first down, Jones. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 35-yard line.
Set. To throw is Jones. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Troy Franklin, the intended target. And that'll set up the Falcons offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Go! Go!
They'll start on the ground with Robinson. Changing direction there as he's able to pick up 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Another run here for Robinson. And he'll work this forward to the 35. Jonathan Allen, the big man from the interior, with the stop. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. Greg and I back to Atlanta in a moment. 3rd and 5. Back to throw is Jones. He's going to look for the home run ball.
Here we go, set!
On 1st and 10, here's Jones. Open man downfield, that's London. And they'll move this ball way down into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line. Ball down to the 16-yard line, and it's 1st and 10. This is caught at 2. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
It's been a really good drive so far. What I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll kick things off with one of the best rivalries in football. The New York Giants on the road in Big D. And those two are tied up as they play the 2nd quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Tajay Spears a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get over to Inglewood, see what's happening with the Chargers at home at SoFi Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. The Browns trying to finish that one off and claim victory. We thought this one would be a close battle coming in, and we have not been disappointed. They're all even to this point. This has the feeling of a game that could go right down to the wire. One mistake or one big play could turn out to be the difference.
Out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. He's putting together a very strong first half of the season. Currently the NFL leader in touchdown passing.
Come on.
Jones now on first down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
He's going to air this one out, and he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. Ready.
Play action now. It's Jones. Off-balance throw. It's complete. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Check go.
Now a play fake. Jones. That is caught at the 3. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves 1st and goal inside the low red zone.
It's the quarterback with a sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short.
On the jump.
They'll try it again from the 2. 2nd and goal. They'll run the sneak. Looking for that crease inside, and that did not break the play. No doubt about it. They are going to mark him short. They have been stuffed twice. What will they do here on 3rd down and goal? Looked like a lateral there, but now it's a free football. One of the Raiders has got it. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. On play action, it's Jones. He's going to take a shot down the field. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on first down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 7-yard line.
They fake the handoff. Now Jones. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. He's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Intended for Forrest Franklin. Incomplete. Sets up fourth.
On the set. Here we go.
Throwing, Jones. Now a shot here, deep middle. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be second down.
Ready?
On play action, it's Jones. That one taken in by London. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Open man. Downfield. It's Franklin. His fifth catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
That's another Falcons first down.
Jones operating out of the pistol. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready?
Jones to the air again. That's caught right side. It's London. Terrific day throwing the ball, and the numbers now show it. Over 300 yards passing in this one.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go now.
Now, faking the give. A throw left side, but it's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it'll be second down.
Let's go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down.
Just another example of poor decision-making. I mean, making a bad play even worse. There's nothing there on second down. Just throw the ball into the stands and move on to third. Now you take...
That is caught. What a throw. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Falcons. Second touchdown for him in the game. Number 14 on the year. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
Jones now on first down. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Defended by Brian Cook.
Now, Jones. Now, deep ball for London. That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out? They're lucky to have avoided this mistake here, Mike. In the fourth quarter, with possessions running out, that would have been a critical back-breaking play in this game, and they're going to have second life now after that defender drops the ball, and let's see if they can take advantage of it.
They'll drop to throw. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball. A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And it's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
He'll take a shot down the middle of the field. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation, and right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down.
And what a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back. And
so this one, a win for the visiting Raiders. This one went down to the wire. They're able to persevere. They walk out of here with a well-deserved victory.